Okay, today we're looking at lesson 9.5. How can you identify a relationship between two numerical patterns? So we're looking at our numerical problems. What do we have to add to each one? So on the first page, on the first week of school, Joel purchased 2 movies and 6 songs from his favorite media website. If he purchases the same number of movies and songs each week, how does the number of songs purchased compare to the number of movies purchased? So in step 1, use the 2 rules given in the problem to generate the first steps. So he purchases 2 movies and 6 songs every week. So there's your rule given. So over here, the movies go up by 2. So it would be 2, 4, 6, and 8. And the songs go up by 8. So you would have the multiples of 8. Then in step 2, you would put those together in ordered pairs. So week 1 is 2 and 6. Week 2 is 4 and 12, 6 and 18, and 8 and 24. So there's your ordered pairs. Now, it says the sequence for the numbers of movies each week and the sequence for the number of songs each week. So you can see that we put our pairs down on the line. For each number pair, compare the number of movies to the number of songs. Write a rule. So then the think is for each related number pair, the second number is 3 times as great as the first number. So our rule is multiplied by 3. Sum from 1 week to the next. So from 1 week to the next, the number of songs Joel purchased is 3 times as many as the number of movies purchased. Now you might have had to stop your video because we were recording and then I had to go back and re-record. So now we're talking about Alice. Alice completes each level in her favorite video game. She wins 3 extra lives and 6 gold coins. What rule can you write to relate the number of gold coins to the number of extra lives? Now this kind of proves to be important. Because depending on which one they ask for first is the one that we will fill in first. So this one, it says we're going to compare gold coins to the number of extra lives. So gold coins is going to be the first number in our ordered pair. So on the gold coins, it says she gets 6 gold coins. So we're going to add 6 every time. So she would get, for every level she goes up, she would get 6 gold coins. And now here's the chart. Notice there's a break between 4 and 8. So you have to be a little careful. So in the top extra lives, we're adding 3, right? Or we can take 3 times our level, right? So what is 3 times 8?
24.
24. Okay. Now out to the side, we're going to look at, we can multiply by what? To get from here to here, what would we multiply that by?
2.
No, not 2. If I multiply 48 by 2,
Divide it.
right, we can multiply it by 1/2, right? We can multiply 24 or 48 by 1/2. Now, if we want to divide, then we would divide by what?
2.
2. Okay, so now we're going to write our number pairs that relate to the number of gold coins to the number of extra lives. Remember, they asked for gold coins 2 extra lives. So we got to list our gold coin first. So at level 1, our gold coin was what? 6. And what were our lives?
3.
At level 2, what was our gold coin?
12.
And our lives were?
6. Wait, no. Oh, yeah.
And at level 3, our gold coins were?
18.
And our extra lives were?
24.
No.
9.
3 is 9 and 18. I don't have my chart, so I was counting on you guys looking at that. 9 and 18, and then level 4 would be 24 and 12. And I just put that in there backwards. This one, right?
Yes.
18 and 9. There we go. Okay, step 4. Complete the rule to the right of the table and describe how the number pairs are related. Use your rule to find the number of extra lives at 8. Okay, we completed that rule when we wrote that multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2. So for each level, the number of extra lives is 1/2 as great as the number of gold coins, right? 3 is 1/2 of 6. 9 is 1/2 of 18. 6 is 1/2 of 12. And 12 is 1/2 of 24. So our rule will be multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2. So after 8 levels, Alice will have how many extra lives? So let's go back and quick and look at our chart.
24.
All right, 24 and 8. And how would we have gotten 8? Or 48? We would have had to multiply 6 times 5 would have been 30, right? 6 times 6 would have been 36. That would be level 7. And 6 times 8 would be 48. Oh, there's that one. So after 8 levels, how many extra lives are there?
24.
24. Okay, so now my presentation brings the chart up again that reminds us to multiply by 1/2 the gold coins or divide the gold coins by 2. Okay, this is the share and show on page 389. It says use the given rules to complete each sequence, then complete the rule. That describes how nickels are related to dimes. So it's saying add 5, okay, and we want nickels to dimes. So nickels is first this time. So if I add 5 to 20, what do I get? 25. And what can I, if I add 10 to 40, what do I get? 50. What would I have to multiply 25 by to get? 2. So if you look back, you can see that relationship on each of these, can't you? This is number 4 on your own. And then I'll have you do the hot problems. I'll check those. Multiply the number of eggs by blank to find the number of muffins. So let's look at our eggs to muffins here. What would we have to do to 2 to get 12? If I take 4 times 6, do I get 24?
Yes.
And 6 times 6, do I get 36?
Yes.
And 6 times 8, I get 48. It's always good to check more than one time in your pattern. So now how am I going to find out what 18 is? What muffins you would get? What were we multiplying by?
6.
6. So 18 times 6 108 muffins if I used 18 eggs.